A very good morning to all of you, dear students. Students, today in my English literature class, I am going to teach you a very good nature poem, and that poem is written by a famous English poet. Who is that poet? John Keats. Okay, so John Keats was called a romantic poet because he never wrote the poem of sorrows. His poems all are lovable, all are love of nature, love for his friend. That means everything he wrote was all about love. Okay, so before going to the poem, let us know something about the poem and the poem. The poem is a nature poem, you know, and this poem is all about the beauty of nature, all about the incident of the nature, and this poem is a sonnet because this poem is made up of 14 lines. The poems which consist of 14 lines, we call them sonnet. Okay. Now in this sonnet we see the main characters are a grasshopper and a cricket, and here grasshopper and cricket are not the characters, they are symbol. Okay, they are symbol of summer and winter. Grasshopper is symbol of summer and cricket is symbol of winter. Now before going to the main poem, let us read something about the poem and poet. Unlike the ant and the cricket, page 21, which tells the story, this is a nature poem. So we have read one story at page number 21 that was also about an ant and the cricket, and there were two characters in the form of ant and cricket, but here we see the cricket and the grasshopper are the symbols. Already I have discussed. So this is a nature poem. In it, the grasshopper and the cricket do not appear as character. They act as symbols, each suggesting something else. That means grasshopper suggesting what? Summer, and cricket suggesting winter. Read the poem and notice how the poetry of art keeps on through summer and winter in a never-ending storm, in never-ending song. Okay, and who sings the song? Here you can see throughout the year and through the winter and summer season, there we can listen the song of the earth, and who are the singers? Let us see. The poetry of earth is never dead. That means the poems of the earth is never ending. Okay, we have heard the poems about animals, poems about this, that, but poem of the earth, that means poetry of the earth, is never ending. When all the birds are faint with the hot sun and hide in cooling trees, a voice will run from hedge to hedge about the new moon mid, that is the grasshoppers. So what is here told? Here we are told that when birds are tired, with the hot summer, with the hot sun, and they just hide themselves in the shade of the trees, in the shade of the leaves. Okay, there you cannot listen the sound of any birds. Okay, but one voice you will hear, you will listen. From where? From the hedge to hedge. Hedge means fences, okay, which are made up of bush. From the fence made up of bush, you can listen one music, you can listen one song, and the song is what? The song is what? The song is the song of grasshoppers. Okay, and you can listen the song from the new moon's mid. New moon mid means the land which has now or recently just plowed. Okay, the land which has been recently plowed, and around the land there must be fences or bush. From those bush you can listen the sound of grasshopper, and that is during the summer season. He takes the lead in summer luxury. So nobody likes to sing, nobody likes to be delighted in this season, but this grasshopper actually the leader of the singers. Okay, whoever sings or not, the grasshopper is going to sing in this season. He has never done with his delights. That means he is always delighted, he is always happy, he is always singing. Okay, he is never stoppable. For when tired out with fun, he rests at ease beneath some pleasant weed. And just when he is tired, he just takes some rest. He just takes some rest, and he takes the rest beneath some pleasant weed. Weed means unwanted plants. So there is some unwanted plants which are grown in the newly plowed land. There just he stops for a moment, and then again he starts singing. Okay, and when the summer ends, he stops his song. Now the poetry of earth is ceasing never. So though the grasshopper stops his singing after the summer ends, but poetry of earth never ends. Okay, the song of the earth continues. How? On a lone winter evening, when the frost has wrought a silence, from the stone there thrills the cricket song. Okay, when summer ends, when the winter starts, when there is no one to do some activity, then there is the frost. Frost means mist. The particles of water which are very small. Okay, those are called frost. So during that winter season, when there is frost and there is silence everywhere, then from the stone, that means from under the stone, you can see one shrill noise. That means loud noise and clear sound, and that is from cricket. Cricket is an insect which is found during winter season. So though the grasshopper stopped his singing, but nature's song has never been stopped. Now the cricket is singing, and it is singing from the stone. Okay, in warmth increasing ever, and when the cricket is singing, and you cannot feel the winter, you cannot feel the chill, you cannot feel the cool, because the cricket song brings in the warmth. Okay, and seems to one in drowsiness half lost. Okay, and then somebody who is not asleep, who is not fast asleep, he can listen carefully the song of cricket, and that song may bring him some drowsiness. That means some sleepy feeling, but he won't feel fast asleep. Okay, the grasshoppers among some grassy hills, and then the person who is just listening cricket song, he just thinks that grasshopper is singing still, but though grasshopper is not singing. That means somebody stops the song and the other starts singing. That means earth's song never ends. Though the song of the grasshopper stopped, cricket started his cricket started his song, and now the nature's song is continued. Okay, so what is the poem? Just I am once again reading. There is some tune, there is some rhyming words. Just listen. The poetry of earth is never dead. When all the birds are faint with the hot sun and hide in cooling trees, a boys will run. So here sun and run is rhyming words. So here you can see the matching word is A, B, B, A, B, B, A. In this way, first line matching with fourth line, second line matching with third line. Okay, the rhyming series is A, B, B, A, B, B, A. Like this way. Here in the fourth line, in the fifth line, you can see that is the grasshoppers. He takes the lead in summer luxury he has never done, with his delights for when tired out with fun, he rests at ease beneath some pleasant weed. So lead is matching with hit, done is rhyming with fun. Next, in the stanza, the poetry of earth is ceasing never on a lone winter evening when the frost has wrought a silence from the stone there sails the cricket song in warmth increasing ever. So never rhyming with ever. Frost is rhyming with the next stanza that is lost, as because the stanza is differently divided. First stanza is of 8 line, next stanza is of 6 line. In the next stanza, the rhyming series is different. Okay, here you can see A, B, then C, then A, B, C. This is the rhyming word. Never is matched with, rhyming with ever. Frost is matching with lost. Shrills matching with hills. That means first line is matching with, that means rhyming with the last line, and second line is matching with the fifth line, and the third is matching with the sixth line. Okay, so this is the rhyming. Once again, I am just reading the poetry so that you can listen clearly how to read the poetry. The poetry of the earth is never dead. When all the birds are faint with the hot sun and hide in cooling trees, a voice will run from hedge to hedge about the new moon meet. So here dead, then made, not meet, made. Dead, made, sun and run. Next, that is grasshoppers. He takes the lead in summer luxury he has never done, with his delights for when tired out with fun, he rests at ease beneath some pleasant weed. The poetry of earth is ceasing never on a lone winter evening when the frost has wrought a silence from the stone there sails the cricket song in warmth increasing ever, and seems to one in drowsiness half lost, the grasshopper among some grassy hills. So this is all about the poem. You need to read the poem repeatedly. This is a sonnet, not an easy poem. Okay, sonnets are difficult to understand, sonnets are difficult to rhyme, but sonnets are also enjoyable. You can see how just the two symbols, that means one symbol grasshopper is for summer and cricket, another symbol for winter, creates an atmosphere of delight. That means enjoyable atmosphere. Here the poet has vividly described how the natural activities continues, though the symbol changes, but the activities are the same. Activities continues. That means whatever nature has to do, it is done by this or that. That means sometimes by this character and the next time by that character. So students, I think you have loved this poem. Now I am going to discuss some question answering from previous chapter. I taught you a short monsoon diary, and in that chapter there are so many difficult word meanings. I think you have already learnt those words. Now I am going to discuss some question answer. Let us move to the question answers. Page number 115. Open page number 115. Now the first question is, why is the author not able to see Biju? Why the author was not able to see Biju? The answer will be what? As because there was mist. The mist concealed the whole hills, the whole of the hills and the hilly areas, that means valleys. So Biju was not seen. So the question is what? Why is the author not able to see Biju? The mist concealed the hills and the valleys. So Biju was not seen. Biju was not seen means the author was not able to see Biju. What are the two ways in which the hills appear to change when the mist comes up? So when there is mist, so what changes is brought about to the hills and valleys? When mist comes, what happens? It covers the hills and there comes the silence. That means the hills are covered and there is no sound coming from anywhere, just there is some silence spreading all over the hills and valleys. Next question, page number 117, comprehension check. Question number 1. When does the monsoon season begin and when does it end? Actually, you need to tell about the beginning and ending of the rainy season in Mussoorie. Okay, the place where the writer is experiencing the rainy season. So you have to write what? You have to write the in Mussoorie. That means the monsoon season begins on the 24th or 25th June and it ends on August 31st. Okay. How do you prepare to face the monsoon? That means you need to tell how you take the preparation to face the monsoon season. We take preparation like this way. How? We take out raincoats, we take out gumboots, we use umbrellas. Okay, so we make preparation with those articles like raincoats, umbrellas, etc. to face the monsoon. Which hill station does the author describe in this diary entry? I have already discussed. The hill station is Mussoorie. Okay. For how many days does it rain without stopping? So in Mussoorie, how many days the rain continues? That means you have to tell the days, number of days when it rains continuously. So here already we have learned from the passage for 8 to 9 days the rain continues. Okay, that means there is incessant rain for 8 to 9 days. What does the author do on these days? So what is the special activity of the author during this rainy season? You have already learned from the chapter. He just does what? Inside the room he just keep pacing. Pacing, that means he just walks. A little bit walking is there inside the room and he just looks outside the window. Okay, he just look at the nature through the window panes. Next, where do the snakes and rodents take shelter? Snakes and rodents. Rodents means some animals like rats, etc. Okay, so where do the snakes and other animals like rodents, etc. take shelter? You know, during the rainy season, as there are floods, these type of animals take shelter in our homes. That means in higher areas like roof, like in our roof, in the attic. Okay, so they take shelter in our room in the attic. Now next question, why they take shelter in those places? Because their natural habitat, their natural homes are flooded, so they take shelter in those higher areas. What did the author receive in the mail? We have already learned. The author received a mail of a check. Okay, the author received in the mail a check, though of a little amount, small amount, but it was welcomed by the author. So in the next pages there are so many questions. They are very short. Okay, if you try, you can do those yourselves. And there are some grammatical works. Those are also very easy. You just try to do those. I'll help you. Okay, during the class hour I'll help you, and I will send you the snap whatever I taught today. So just you study for a little bit. You just study. Okay, read the poem twice, thrice. Read the story once again and try to do the question answers. I think you can do if you try. Students, I want to take adieu from here up to this today. Bye bye all of you. Take care of yourself.